What is up, guys? McIntyre here, bringing you a new kind of video today. I used to do vlogs, but this isn't really a vlog. It's more of a rant, but I guess it could also be a vlog in some cases. Instead of bringing you a Meta Monday, I just wanted to talk about matchmaking in Heroes of the Storm currently and the issues that I recently have had with it. As you all know, the Season 2 just started, the end of Season 1. Towards the end of the season, I felt like the games are pretty good. Obviously, with the Panda Pro League opening up, a lot of the players that were playing in Grandmaster and in the higher ranks started playing those in-house games. The Hero League kind of faded away, but I believe that the games at that end of the season were still fairly good, and the quality, although some would complain was awful, wasn't unplayable. So recently, now that season 2 has started, um, we are in our placement games, and I just have had terrible luck maybe with these games. And I wanted to kind of talk about some of the reasons why I think these games were so bad and why currently Heroes of the Storm is more fun just to play quick match than it is for me to play Hero League. And this is coming from someone who has stuck with Hero League for a while. I mean, being back when I was on the Ventic, my team, most of them wouldn't play Hero League because of the kind of, I don't know, the way that the games lined up. It was either you were on a team that was stacked and you crushed, or you were on the team that was getting crushed. And I still liked it, I still enjoyed it, but it's gotten to the point where even I'm getting tired of it. So I wanted to talk about some of the issues that I currently have and some things that I think could fix the game to make it more enjoyable, just playing in general, when you want to play at a competitive level. But the first issue that I want to go over is the MMR system and the non-existent number for each player. So when I look at my placement matches, you know, I can lose all 10 of them and still be Diamond 3, but of course I'm losing MMR when I lose these games, but the number that represents me is still Diamond 3. So it's like generalizing rating of a player without really showing them why they're that rating. So I really hate this, and I think a lot of it, with a lot of players that aren't just me, they'll lose the games. Maybe they go 2-8 or something, they still get placed D3. Their MMR has always been high, so it doesn't matter how well they do in their placements or how poorly they do, they're still going to be placed high enough that come next season when placement matches come around, they'll just get placed right back into it, right? So they're just going to always be diamond. As long as you stay diamond, when you play your placements for the newest season, you'll probably get placed back into diamond. So if you played in the beginning when you could 5-stack, just play as a team of 5 and you got rank 1, which I think lots of players did, since rank 1 it took you had a year to get to it. You're just kind of ride out that MMR. So I think something needs to happen. Either they need to start showing MMR, they need to start actually, if you're Diamond 3, then you're this, right? Not, you just got Diamond 3. So I really don't like that. I mean, when you look at Hotslog, I'm losing rating on Hotslog because of my losses, but I'm going to end up Diamond 3. So it's just kind of frustrating. So what I want to talk about is the placement matches. And when I say I lose all these games, I want Blizzard to place me in Platinum 5. Like, if I go 0-10 in placements, put me Platinum 5. Like, make me grind my ratings. Make me fight for my Grandmaster, right? Right now, it's like I can get Grandmaster in a day. If I just sat here and just played, by the end of the day, I could probably have Grandmaster, if not be very close to it, right? And it's because I'm starting off so far ahead that it feels like I'm just going to get it. I don't have to achieve anything here. When I played League of Legends, I think I got placed into like Platinum 1. Okay, and I wasn't like awesome at the game when I first started playing ranked, but I remember going from Platinum 1 to Diamond 1 was a huge grind. Getting past the, you had to make your placements into Diamond, and then going through Diamond, I'm playing with good players, and no one else is placing that high either. So we're all playing against each other, right? Here, I'm placing Diamond 3, and the people I'm playing with might be placed in Diamond 5. So they're competing against me when I haven't competed against anyone. I've just gotten placed in that ranking. So it's kind of frustrating there, and a lot of what this would do too is it would make it so players who aren't Diamond 3 will not achieve Diamond 3. Right now, if you're not Diamond 3 and you play okay in placements, you're Diamond 3. Now just hang out until the end of the season. There's no decay, so hang out until the end of the season, play your placements next season, get Diamond 3 again. I just don't like it, right? So by creating these placements that place players in, platinum, utilizing this rank system that you have, you increase your top end, right? So the top end of your players are going to be better, right? If you've worked to get to Grandmaster, then it shows that you are a Grandmaster player. Right now, you've worked from Diamond 3 to Grandmaster. You've gained like 2 rankings. But if you go from Platinum 5 to Diamond or Grandmaster, then obviously you're really good, right? If you're placing if we're placing players lower in their placements, it kind of allows for the good players to get to the top. Right now, it's kind of allowing players that are okay to get to the top because they don't have that far to go. They don't have that far to climb. So, and it kind of another thing too with the whole Grandmaster system, just in general, and this was something that I was getting frustrated about the other day was, when I played on a professional team, I really played Hero League to get better and to, mechanically improve myself. But now that I've kind of had a little month off without it, it's like, what am I playing? What am I playing to get Grandmaster for? It's like, what am I achieving? I got Grandmaster on all of my accounts last season. Even my European Smurf, I have some Smurfs on NA, I have my main, all of them got Grandmaster. And what did I get? Some gold? Like, give us something else. Give us another prize. Give us an icon that has the number of Grandmaster that we achieved at the end of the season. So we look at players like Cure, who got like 1 and 2 on his accounts, right? Like, that's awesome, but no one cares and no one knows, right? Because he got nothing from it other than the satisfaction of him doing it. He can say he did it, but where does that get represented in game? So it would be super, I think, cool. This is just a simple addition, but like an icon, just like the ones you're giving us now with the Grandmaster logo, but just show the number that we achieved. That way, that way a lot of the player base that, works really hard to get their rating, it would kind of give them a reason to get it, right? Like, if I knew that at the end of the season I'd get an icon with number 1, or some people say mounts. You guys have given us mounts, and that's awesome, and I love that we got mounts. That kind of, that gave me a reason to get all my accounts to Grandmaster in the first place. But if you could give us more than that to kind of satisfy our grind, I think that would go a long way too. That would give a lot of these players the incentive to continue to play hard, right? Continue to push themselves to get to a ranking that means something to not only them but to the community. So I really want to see things still opening up for the top end, just to allow more players to play hard. Right now, I think with just North America, especially, I play on the European server and the North American server, and the European server's pretty good about it. I want to say, like, the players there care about their rankings, but in NA, it just doesn't feel that way right now. It feels like, I had someone in my game on like a Diamond 1 account say, oh, this is my first time playing Chromie. I just wanted to practice it and have fun. Like, let's have some fun, guys. And I'm playing in a Diamond 1 game thinking, if I wanted to have fun, I'd go play quick match, right? But that's not how we take it on the server. And it's because everyone's going to get Grandmaster or very high ranking, and then it won't matter. They'll just AFK until the end of the season, and that's all that. But so that's kind of my rant onto the matchmaking system in general, especially when it comes to high rankings and grandmaster. I just wish that Blizzard utilized their ranking system a little bit more, so that we weren't just placed at the top, we were placed a little bit below the top, and then we had to work our way up to the top. Because by doing that, again, it creates a better top end player, it creates a better grandmaster player. If you're grandmaster, you're good, or you've played so much. Either one is fine. Like, if you've played a lot to get where you're at, perfect. If you're just really good and you can just get there, awesome. But if you've just played Rainer and Hammer into for, like, 15 games, where you've gotten a couple pro players on your team because you're Diamond 2 and they're Grandmaster, that's a big difference. Like, then if you're a Platinum 5 player and you're having to carry your way through, a few rankings to get to the point where you might be able to get carried to the top. But for now, you're just getting placed at the top, you're getting carried to the top, and you're just AFK. And then you hang out until the next season. The quality of player doesn't improve, players don't improve, nothing improves. The system still is what it's at. And I think it's kind of eye-opening at the beginning of this new season that I'm personally starting to realize it. But so that's enough of that. The next thing that I want to talk about is just a suggestion and something that I think would be really cool to the game to introduce. And it's been introduced in tournaments, but not in game. And I'm kind of sad about it, and I would love for it. So, in addition to having your team league system, which, by the way, when you had the team names on Team League, that was the coolest. And I just think you should revisit that idea. Being able to create a team with my subs and have us be the Barrel Boys and play weekly was really cool. And now it's like I play Team League with them, but then I play Team League with my friends, and it's the same ranking. It just doesn't feel as unique to your personality to have your name be represented, even on the leaderboards. Like, if we had a Team League leaderboards where the top team name was the rank 1 team, and I just feel like that kind of system would be better when it comes to community and representation of yourself. But beyond that, okay, so this is an idea that I've had, and a lot of players have even talked about it, but I want to bring it up, is the introduction of daily tournaments to the heroes system. So back in Warcraft 3, on a daily basis, I had a tournament show up at the top right of my screen that was like 2v2 orc, okay, or like 1v1 undead, right? Sometimes it was like 1v1 random, okay? This little thing that was in the top corner that put you into a tournament with like a few players was, insane. It was awesome. It was incredible. It was like every day I wanted to do that, And it didn't matter that I sucked at undead, or it didn't matter. I just liked the challenge of playing in a mini tournament against other players with using my ability to play the game. This is something that I wish that they would introduce to heroes, and I think it would be awesome, like incredibly awesome. And like, I joke and say, like, I know it wouldn't be easy, but I've studied computer science. Like, I know how to program. Like, let me figure out a way to make this happen, because I think the addition of this, or have someone figure it out, like, would be great for the game. Like, it would make players play heroes that they don't play. Like, if we had a system where, in the flavor, even if it was, let's say, 4 teams in Team League, you queue as a 5 stack, and then you have one elimination round and then a final, and then the team that wins gets X amount of gold, or maybe you have to put up gold to even play in it. I don't know how that's gonna work, but you kind of, you add that tension that you've maybe sacrificed your own gold, or you're gonna win gold if you win, and then put some flavor into it. Like, have Team A be Warcraft 3 and Team B be Diablo. This is a simple concept, but if Team A was Warcraft heroes, they might have a bigger hero pool, but Team B is Diablo. We're getting to the point where we have enough heroes that you can pick there's several different supports that you can pick for each game. There's several different range, there's several different strategies. And when I think about Diablo, you could go Joanna Asmodan comp, or you could take Nazebo and Asmodan and just split push really hard. Sonya is really good. Like, there's so many different options, right? But we will never see that composition built ever because everyone wants to play the stuff that's good, not the stuff that they're given, right? Just introducing fun game modes like that, um, I think would be really exciting, right? This would give people an excuse to play Nazebo. I just read on the PTR he got buffed, right? And maybe he'll see more play, but prior to that, no one was playing him. And so it's like forcing players onto a hero that's normally fun, but just a little bit weaker than other heroes because it's kind of for flavor reasons, would introduce them to a whole new game experience that most of the time we're not getting because we're playing the best heroes. We might, in most cases, we're going to play the best heroes we can at the highest level, but we've never played the worst heroes at the highest level because we just don't want to, right? Um, you would just normally never play Nazebo if you're trying to get Grandmaster. But if you played in a tournament like that, you might, right? And there's all sorts of stuff that you can do here. You can do Warcraft 3 mirrors. You can do Horde versus Alliance. You can do, as Overwatch continues to expand, I'm sure at some point you could do that. You could get really extreme and do an all random, right? You have a random system. Just do all random. Both teams get random heroes. You could, jam in the ARAM map. Just turn, just throw it in there. Just make people play Team League as a tournament on that map. Like things like that. Just make the game fun. Like I think there's so much opportunity for fun in this game, and I by no means am saying that it isn't fun because that's the reason I play it. That's the reason a lot of us play the game. But we love the universes that the game exists in, right? We love the Warcraft universe. We love the StarCraft. We love Blizzard games. That's why we play this game. But at times it feels like I never get to really explore those universes as a whole within game. So it's like, to me, this is a system that I would love to see and that I think would create just a really fun time for a lot of people. And I hope that something like it comes up eventually. Just a fun game mode, really. That's all that I ask for. I mean, you don't really want to copy. When I look at like Dota, I love playing, single draft, or there's all those fun game modes, right, where things are just a little bit shaky to the point that it creates some excitement in game that you might pick a hero that you normally don't play because you're put in the situation where you have to, right? Like even the one game mode I'm not sure in Dota where it limits the hero pool, right? You cut heroes out. So you can still pick strong heroes, but some of the really strong heroes aren't there. And so it creates an opportunity for you to shine on somebody that normally isn't acceptable to pick, but because hero X and Y are out of the pool, you get to play them and you get to shine, right? So but this is kind of just my rant about I wanted to come out with a vlog. I've been meaning to make a video like this. That is my one suggestion that I think Blizzard should hopefully work on. I know Arena will create a lot of fun things in game. I think Arena mode will be a lot of fun, but I just feel like the utilization of the heroes in the game just isn't there right now. And it's almost becoming stale because of it. I'm really glad though that Blizzard keeps changing up heroes and kind of creating cooler hero paths for them. I really like that a lot. So, and the newest heroes that they've added have been really fun to play. So I'm excited for Zarya, for example. I know Blade Master's coming. I don't know when, but please Blizzard, please, thank you. But that's gonna be it for me today, guys. If you guys have any other input on what problems you have or suggestions that you might have to Blizzard, like please drop them in the comments below the channel. I kind of want to give them an idea of things that they're missing out on and opportunities that they could be capitalizing on to make this game better, as we all care so much about it. And this community is a strong one, and we've held together for a while, but it does feel like sometimes we're not heard enough, or not that we're not heard, it's just more could be done, But with that said, if you guys like the video, please make sure to throw a like and subscribe on my channel. You can always follow me on Twitch and Twitter, both be located below. I have been recently uploading lots of videos. You should check them out. I do builds and guides and gameplays, and I put a lot of time into heroes, so hopefully you guys can enjoy all the time that I've spent to make things a bit easier for yourselves. But with that said, guys, thanks for swinging by. Thanks for checking out the video, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers.